Hey everyone, this is the Retro Gamer Ranting, also known as Twitch. Welcome back to Freeware Favorites. Today I'm going to be talking about a game by Paul Greensley called RetroGR. Now forgive me for this one not having live commentary. I just figured I'd had more coherent thoughts if I just did it afterwards. Make it more like my old Freeware Favorites where I just did a quick video explaining the game and going from there. But enough about that crap. Let's take a look at RetroGR. RetroGR is a unique little indie game that incorporates AI and the human condition, I guess you could say. It starts off simply enough. A rocket lands, or a spaceship, and your character finds a damaged little robot that kind of looks a cross between E.T. and Wall-E, if E.T. was a robot mixed with Wall-E. But anyway, it kind of is like that. What you have to do in the game is get the robot back to his ship, which sounds like a simple premise at first, but it involves going over some very hazardous terrain. And it also involves helping your little AI buddy get just that, an AI. In fact, the robot learns from your actions. As you proceed down this treacherous Naboo-like atmosphere with windstorms that can damage you and hazardous dogs that can jump at you, I really don't know why dogs are attacking you, but apparently they just don't like you. They don't ever really seem to attack the robot for some reason. Your AI robot follows you around and learns what you do. As you progress through the terrain, you have opportunities to make the robot dig for you. Upon doing so, you'll find things that are either helpful or, well, not so helpful. Food to give you health, guns to protect you, and so on. All the while being observed by Mr. Robot. And through watching you, the robot develops his own personality. He'll either learn to be protective, or he might learn to be greedy, or aggressive, or friendly. It all depends on how you act. For instance, one of the simplest things is you have the ability to pick up the robot early on. And if you decide to carry the robot everywhere, it'll learn to be protective. And sometimes during the big sandstorms that blow through, it'll put up a shield for you that will allow you to survive the sandstorms without hiding behind rocks, which is very helpful. Or maybe you'll dig up a hat from the ground and decide to give it to the robot. Then it'll learn friendship. On the flip side, it can also learn to be aggressive or greedy. Like if everything it digs up you keep for itself, it will learn that greed is good, and it might dig up something and keep it for itself instead of giving it to you, and so on and so forth. As you progress, things actually get pretty hard, and the terrain is different every time you play. I'm not sure if it's randomly generated or whatever, but it does make for some interesting scenarios. Sometimes there'll be more dogs. Other times there'll be longer straightaways where you'll be exposed to the elements of the giant sandstorms and so on and so forth. You'll get different items every time and therefore giving you different abilities. What makes this actually really replayable is trying to figure out the different ways to program your robot, give it different AI patterns. Through my first successful playthrough, I found out that it significantly didn't learn anything because I didn't stick to any particular AI pattern, just did what I had to. It actually makes it a challenge to try and go through a level being as passive as possible, e.g. not attacking the dogs, not using any weapons. And then there are other times where you can play through and be as aggressive as possible. And then at the end, it'll tell you just what your robot learned. If it learned to be friendly, if it learned to be aggressive, or didn't learn anything at all. That's quite a fascinating little case study, and it's fun to play through multiple times in order to see just what you can do. It's not very often where you play a game that not only directly results in something affecting your character, but an AI-controlled character as well, who will then respond appropriately. You want to have a shield against the storms? Then protect your robot more. You want an aggressive robot? Teach it how to shoot and be aggressive. It's all up to you, and ultimately you'll see what happens in the end. Anyway, go check out RetroGR now from Paul Greensley. It's definitely fun, and of course, it's free, so you really can't beat that. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this little freeware review. And if you did, please leave a comment down below or give a rate or subscribe to help let me know that I'm doing my job. And it also puts a big smile on my face and gets my stuff out there for other people to enjoy. Till next time, game fans, keep playing.